Today, I am excited to share with you a healthy take on a holiday favorite. We have a delicious streusel-topped sweet potato casserole. Welcome back to another episode of What's Cooking in Worcester. I'm nutritionist Kelly Williams. All right, let's get started. We have already roasted our sweet potatoes, and this is a great holiday recipe because you can do several of these steps a couple days in advance. So you could really roast these if you needed to in your oven a few days ahead of time and just go ahead and store them in the refrigerator until you're ready to assemble. We're gonna get started by simply splitting our sweet potatoes and just to remove the skin. Now, if you did not want to roast these, you could definitely also do them in the microwave. That would be fine. However, the roasting does definitely add a little bit of extra sweetness and flavor. If you do roast them, you are really just poking a couple holes in there, putting them in the oven, 400 degrees, about 45 minutes to 1 hour. While you're working on this step, your oven should also be preheating to 350 degrees. This part does get a little messy. However, if they are cooled off completely and not hot, this is a great step to get the kids involved with as well. So these are all of our potatoes, and we're going to go ahead and add some of our other ingredients. We're going to start with some pure maple syrup, and you could absolutely use honey or agave or something else if you like a different liquid sweetener. I just think that maple syrup is a great fall ingredient. It goes so nicely with sweet potatoes and pumpkin and all of those fall flavors. We are using some almond milk. This is unsweetened. We're going to add 1 egg and a good amount of vanilla. And vanilla, again, one of those ingredients that really pairs nicely with sweet flavors, but doesn't actually add any sugar. Now we're going to add some of our flavoring and spice ingredients. We have, of course, cinnamon. We have some nutmeg and just a pinch of allspice and a little bit of salt. We're going to take this over to our mixer and get it blended until everything is smooth and incorporated. If you don't have a hand mixer at home, you could also just use a potato masher and go ahead and get the potatoes as smooth as possible. We have everything nice and incorporated. This is a great time to go ahead and take a little taste if you want. Make sure everything is seasoned to your liking. If you like a very smooth texture to your sweet potato casserole, you can also add a little bit more almond milk. And if you don't have almond milk, any other type of milk or milk substitute will also work here. Now we're gonna go ahead and get this into our casserole dish using a 2-quart casserole, 11 by 7, 9 by 9. This recipe is very flexible. We have just sprayed it with a little bit of nonstick cooking spray, and we are going to go ahead and just add our sweet potato mixture right in there. And then you just want to smooth everything out, make it nice and even. All right, and now for our topping. Now I know for many families, the marshmallows are very traditional, but today we're gonna do the streusel topping, and I just love what the fiber and the crunch adds to the sweet potatoes. We're gonna start with a little bit of whole wheat flour. You could also use all-purpose, but again, we are gonna try to up the fiber content here. We have some rolled oats here. These are not instant oats, just traditional rolled oats. Today, I'm using a coconut palm sugar. You could also use brown sugar in place. What I like about the coconut palm sugar, it's a little bit less processed than a traditional sugar, and it also has a really nice caramel type flavor. We're gonna add our pecans. We're gonna give our pecans just a rough chop. And if your family doesn't do pecans, I would recommend walnuts. Those would go really nicely in here as well. The nuts are definitely going to give us a bit of fiber, a little bit of protein, but a whole lot of texture. So we've added those. We're gonna give this mixture a whisk. You might have noticed that this combines a few different things that you might not see in a traditional streusel topping. We've added the nuts and a little extra of the oats to really give it that crunchy topping. That's all incorporated. And now, last step, we have just 3 tablespoons of melted butter. Go ahead and just mix that through with a fork. You're just trying to distribute the butter through the mixture. And now for our last step, we are just going to cover the top of our sweet potato mixture with our streusel topping. Just sort of spread that throughout. Now, if you were making this ahead for the holidays, you could stop right here at this stage, Go ahead and cover this up, keep it in your refrigerator. You could probably do this about a day, maybe up to 2 days in advance, and it would be just fine. Go ahead and just take it out, let it come up to room temperature, and bake it when you are ready to serve. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and get this in the oven. Again, our oven is at 350 degrees. This will only take about 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, it smells absolutely amazing in here. So this took about 25 minutes. You can see the top is nice and golden brown and crunchy, and that's all you're looking for. Remember, our potatoes were already cooked, so this was really just to crisp up our pecans and our oats and everything there. It smells absolutely delicious, and I cannot wait to find out if your family enjoys this as much as mine does. If you decide to try this for your holidays, please drop us a comment below and let us know. I'd love to find out. For the Worcester County Health Department, I am nutritionist Kelly Williams.